Guys, welcome back to Charcha Varcha. Today's topic is Pakka Charcha Varcha worthy and it's meant for all of us, though it focuses on an issue which is central to women, but in my strong opinion, I think it's also meant for guys, especially for guys who don't know shit about it. Topic is periods. Menstruation. आई नो जस्ट हम इतने अनकंफर्टेबल होते हैं ये वर्ड बोलने के लिए भी नॉट मतलब अभी का जनरेशन इट्स लाइक नाउ पीपल आर टेकिंग इट कैजुअली लाइक we talk about these things openly.
Yeah, but it's still like a
Yeah.
boundary,
Yeah.
Like there's a boundary. I mean, I would be very comfortable talking about this with a strange woman, but not necessarily comfortable talking to a known man because it's a woman's thing, and and we don't know how men perceive it or how other women also perceive it, especially given the ideas of impurity and untouchability during
Those
all the
days.
social taboos that form around periods and menstruation days.
First of all पहले तो it's like people don't even know what is periods क्या होता है उसमें exactly.
मतलब काफी लड़कियों को भी पता नहीं होता है.
yeah but for me it was like कि मैंने सेफ्री एंड ये सब जो ब्रांड्स है इनके एड से गेस कर लिया था कि समथिंग लाइक दिस हैपेंस बट मुझे ये नहीं मालूम था कि फ्रॉम विच पर्टिकुलर पार्ट से वो ब्लड ये दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टफ बट लेटर ऑन कि तब मेरे टाइम पे इट वाज लाइक कि मेरे स्कूल ने एक सेमिनार रखा था जिसमें दे वर एक्सप्लेनिंग स्टफ कि हाउ यू need to use a sanitary napkin.
मगर ये सेमिनार सिर्फ लड़कियों के लिए होगा ना.
हाँ,
लड़के
नहीं होंगे.
ये मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता है कि मतलब लड़कों को भी बता दो ना कि ये तो बायोलॉजी है, इसमें लड़के और लड़कियों की क्या बात है. बता दो सबको क्या हो रहा है किस बॉडी के साथ. हाँ, ये बात अलग है कि लड़के मस्ती मजाक में सारी बातें उड़ा देते हैं, तो उनको ये भी बता दो कि मस्ती मजाक की बात नहीं है.
ट्रू. एंड फिर ऐसा होता था कि मेरे फ्रेंड्स जो थे दे वर गेटिंग पीरियड्स आई थिंक मे बी व्हेन they were in 6th or 7th standard something like that but they never told me it was like कि मुझे periods आया when I was in 10th so it was like pretty late and I was like lucky कि मैंने पूरा school time enjoy किया because first of all जब मुझे periods आया and मैंने मेरे friend को बोला I'm getting my periods and she was like अरे मेरे को तो कब से आता है. I was like damn bro you should have told me ना right कि it is not something कि you have to keep it hidden or you have to keep it like secret. I'm like मुझे मेरे friend ने बताया होता कि what happens कि कैसे क्या होता है. maybe मैं उससे ज़्यादा comfortable होती ये चीज़ों के बारे में जानने से.
Most cultures actually celebrate the first time people get periods because it's like you're a fertile
mine was celebrated.
Yeah,
because हम लोग में ऐसा था कि पूरन पोड़ी बनाई थी एंड ऐसे बट मेरे को कुछ समझा नहीं था कि भाई ये क्या हो रहा है. And then later on there was
but that was just it. They had made puran poli. So for me also they had made a sweet dish of my region and they had like that was it. But there are some cultures where there's an entire function like a wedding ceremony.
I was
like,
not aware about
that kind of a function. Many cultures celebrate it.
Okay, that's a good thing. But then it's like कि बहुत को जिन लोग को जल्दी आता है एंड देयर आर मैनी थिंग्स कि पर्टिकुलर लड़की को कभी कभी ज़्यादा पेन होता है. देयर आर डिफरेंट थिंग्स डिफरेंट वुमेन फील when they get the periods. सबको पेन नहीं होता, किसी किसी को पेन होता है. It depends on the number of days also कि thankfully for me it was only 3 days. I used to get periods only for 3 days and that's it. And मुझे no pain, nothing shit. But second day the amount of flow I used to get, I was like damn bro I can't even walk now. So I was thinking कि मेरी फ्रेंड से मेरे को पता चला कि how much pain she had to go through during those periods. और फिर कैसे वो स्कूल में आती थी because it's not easy. मेरा कैसे था कि पर्टिकुलर हमारे स्कूल का यूनिफॉर्म was dark color. So it was like if by chance कभी stains हो गए तो you can't see it. but there are schools ki, you know, unka skirts are like cream color and like that, like light shaded. I was like कि thank God मैं 10th standard में थी and I was like aware कि you know क्या हो रहा है मेरे surrounding में and how should I take care of my body. Cleanliness is also important. And बहुत सारी स्कूल में ऐसा होता है कि you know washrooms are not clean, you know no sanitary napkin is provided. मेरे इसमें था currently I'm talking about 2023. इवन मेरे सिस्टर के स्कूल में ऐसा था कि करंटली समथिंग हैपन टू अ गर्ल, शी वॉज इन लाइक 6th स्टैंडर्ड और समथिंग लाइक दैट, शी गॉट अ पीरियड्स एंड इट वॉज ऑन हर ड्रेस एंड लाइक दैट, समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो फिर उसके पास सैनिटरी पैड नहीं था. सो स्कूल डजंट अलाउड टू कैरी कैश फॉर किड्स, यू नो, कि आप पैसे लेके नहीं जा सकते. बट हर टीचर टोल्ड हर कि यू नो ऑफिस में जाके आपको 5 रुपये देने पड़ेंगे फॉर अ सिंगल पैड. आई एम लाइक पीपल, आई एम लाइक कि 5 रुपये आप मांग रहे हो, इट शुड बी फ्री फॉर यू नो गर्ल्स इन द स्कूल.
You should provide it.
मतलब आप एक तरीके से सेमिनार रखते हो, आप एक तरीके से ये सब प्रोवाइड करते हो. इवन इन माई कॉलेज देयर वॉज अ बॉक्स ऑन द
vending machine.
इट वॉज लाइक कि आप 5 रुपये डाल के उसमें आपको फॉर कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स इट्स ओके कि आप अपना अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं. बट फॉर स्कूल आई थिंक कि अगर बाद में स्कूल में आके बोले कि यू नो
nominal rate is also fine because then people exploit it.
हाँ, बट मेरा ऐसे है कि यू नो आप एक पर्टिकुलर लड़की से यू नो फीस में से ही सर्टेन अमाउंट ले सकते हो इफ़ यू वांट. कि यू नो इफ़ अगर स्कूल ऐसा कहे कि यू नो इतनी सारी लड़कियाँ हैं, हर अगर पर्सन भी दिन में 2 यूज़ करता है तो भी दे कांट अफोर्ड इट, राइट? ऐसा अगर स्कूल का स्टैंड होगा तो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग. बट इन केसेस ऑफ इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन एटलीस्ट यू कैन प्रोवाइड फ्री सैनिटरी नैपकिन्स. सेकेंड, आई थिंक कि मेजर इशू है कि यू नो क्लीनलीनेस अबाउट. आई थिंक कि गर्ल्स के वॉशरूम तो हमेशा क्लीन होने ही चाहिए बिकॉज
I mean, even boys' washroom should be clean.
but for
people
us it's
should
like
keep it clean. People don't keep it clean. Like this is the one thing that you know we call Gandhi ji father of our nation. It's October and you know everything. People cannot clean their own shit.
True. And मैंने ऐसा भी देखा है कि you know when I was in school, people don't even know how to throw a napkin or exact pad and like just wrap it through dustbin. Like जो lady आके clean करती है, she must also feel disgusting like to touch your shit. I'm like just आप एक लड़की हो, हम हाइजीन के बारे में इतना बोलते हैं बट आप एक लड़की हो, आपको मालूम है कि इट्स योर शिट, सो जस्ट थ्रो इट इन द डस्टबिन. कितना टाइम लगता है? if your school doesn't provide you anything to you know just wrap it up and throw it in a dustbin, just freaking carry it ना. इतनी सारी लड़कियाँ टिश्यू पेपर कैरी करती है, सैनिटाइजर्स कैरी करती है. वाई? बिकॉज we need those things. That's why.
And we are so disgusted by the fact that sometimes you know a lot of us do not like being touched by anybody else. Okay, we do not. I mean, how can you be okay with somebody else having to touch your intimate object? Like, how is it okay? How is it okay for somebody else to clean up after you? Something that is so, you know, something that you should have taken care of. It's really and see, lack of provision, but even if there is provision, lack of awareness. Even if there is provision and awareness, there is then lethargy that people don't function properly. But yeah, anyway.
And ऐसे है कि you know अभी तक बहुत सारे लोगों को इंडिया में सिर्फ सैनिटरी पैड्स के बारे में मालूम है. दे डोंट नो अबाउट मेंस्ट्रुअल कप्स, दे डोंट नो अबाउट टैम्पॉन्स, they don't know about different things.
There are so many places where even sanitary napkins have not reached. People still use cloths, which is fine. It's not bad because you know a lot of people have reactions to sanitary napkins as well. And you know then cloth is one of the easiest things to use, and I think also cotton cloth is also very good, but the only thing is it does not have like it does not absorb all the moisture, and it keeps your private area quite moist and chances of fungal infection etc. if you don't wipe up
clean it properly.
Menstrual cups also have their own issues. I have come across this very interesting thing called period panty.
Yeah, I was not aware about it until you told me about it. That's why I was discussing this topic about with my
Yeah.
mom. So that's why I got this idea to make this podcast about. Let's
Because
talk about
I
periods.
swear by it. I find it so good.
Yeah.
It is so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
mean,
not tried it yet.
I would have gifted it to you.
No, please don't. I will buy mine.
But yeah, you need to talk to them,
Yeah.
your size, etc.
Yeah.
etc. And you need to have it delivered to your place,
Okay.
and they will deliver it. There are also many options that you can browse according to the kind of the kind that you want to wear, because some come with, you know, extra paddings, some come with, you know, a separate padding, so that, you know, you can change the napkin if later on you want. You can wear the same panty and you can just change the napkin. Some are like you need to wash them at every 12 hours. So not everybody can do that. Like, for example, if I'm leaving my house at 6 a.m. in the morning, I get ready at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. And what if I have to come back home at 10 that day? So then I cannot change the period panty within 12 hours, right? So there are, of course, some limitations. It's not like, you know, it's not like foolproof in that sense, but I think we can always work around something and figure out what's our comfort zone.
True. And when you are in college, you have the option to, you know, to skip the days, to skip the college day. You know, कि आप छुट्टी मार सकते हो college में. You, मतलब, if you are in that much amount of pain.
Yeah.
But that doesn't apply when you are working.
Some workplaces do have first day of period leave.
Yeah, but some
Very
places-
few.
Yeah.
Very few.
Yeah, very few. That's what I'm talking about.
Also, you can't do that if you're like freelancing, if you have deadlines.
If you're working in a studio, that's not an
Yeah.
excuse for you to, you
Yeah,
know,
as
take
a
a leave.
freelancer also you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah, but at least I can have a work from home, something like that kind of, if that's work. But
If you're
I
if
think
you're
कि
yeah,
if you are telling me कि, you know, चलो विरार से चर्च गेट ट्रैवल करते हैं when you are on your periods, इतने सारे पेन लेके, I'm like, dude, I can't even imagine what a girl has to go through while sitting in that train. इतने सारे लोग.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not about a particular girl, it's about everyone around you.
yeah.
And ऐसा होता है कि, you know, it stinks sometime when you don't change the sanitary pad after few hours. It's up to 6 or 8 hours, something like that, na? So I think if we are going outside and if there's no proper washroom or no
Yeah.
clean toilets,
no facility
yeah,
basically.
so what should we do then? Like office mein, it's like a different
Yeah.
thing ki, yeah, sometimes there are clean washrooms.
See-
you have that option.
See, in India, there is no hotel. You know, you cannot bar a woman from going to the washroom. Okay, that's our right. We have the right to do that. But A, people are not aware of it. B, people, you know, people don't have the confidence to
Yeah.
go and say that, you know, this is our right. We're always so scared about exercising our rights. But this is one of the rights, and I don't think any woman should be scared of exercising this right, especially if she's on her periods.
And until now, my dad is also not comfortable about talking about periods, you know.
Yeah.
He's not that, you know.
That's
It's like-
basically
yeah.
that brings us to the idea that Indian men are not
Yeah.
aware of it.
Yeah.
They
It's
cannot
like-
talk about it.
And it's like what happens, it's like we are 5 women, and my dad is a single male person in our family. So it's like, you know, back to back सबको periods आते हैं. The entire month it's like सबको periods है, and it's like according to our tradition basically हम पूजा नहीं करते, हम एक certain amount of day. तो my dad gets pissed like, dude, खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा, back to back सबको आ रहे, इसीलिए. I'm like, फिर ऐसा होता है ना कि, you know, you try to explain him कि, you know, ऐसा, it's like I am open to have this conversation like I am on my periods, but are you okay with listening to that conversation? No. So I'm like, I'm not forcing you, but
Yeah.
you, अगर आपको वो conversation करना ही नहीं है, अगर आपको awkward feel करना ही नहीं है, तो पूछो ही मत ना. It's like when you are ready, then come and talk to me. Then तब
Yeah.
मुझे कुछ पूछो मत. It's
Yeah.
like because at that point ना मेरे को disgusting feel होता है. It's like it's not the thing in my hands.
Yeah.
मेरा date 23 को है, मुझे 26 को भी आ सकता है. It's not my shit. I'm like वो. I'm like मुझे मेरे पास option होता तो मैं बोलती भाई मुझे नहीं चाहिए. But है क्या हमारे पास option नहीं. I'm like God, अभी ऐसा होता है कि during this गणपति festival बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पे गाँव वगैरह जाते हैं. So मुझे मालूम नहीं था कि my mom used to take those pills where you extend the dates. Okay, I was like
Primolut 10.
Okay, so I was not aware about those pills.
Primolut 10
because those pills also have a certain side effects.
Yes, they do.
So you can't take them for a longer period of time. So I took it once when I went for a trip with my family recently, and it's like you have to take the pill at a certain time every day. Yeah. So I took it, and then when I came back, it was so bad. I'm like, I was having periods for straight 15 days. And I was in so much pain. I was like, मैं इसके बाद ये कभी करने नहीं वाली. And since what happens कि कुछ भी festival होता है, like now it's Ganpati, we can't book tickets because we are on a period. Live in Mumbai, एक one room kitchen में. So we can't इतना यहाँ touch मत करो, वहाँ touch मत. If you're leaving 6 people in a house, आप कैसे ये मैनेज करोगे? सो वी डोंट ये सब हम ये नहीं करते मुंबई में. बट व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट विलेज, वहाँ पे यू हैव टू स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो दिस. लाइक मुझे ये कंसेप्ट से मेरे को तो डिस्गस्टिंग फील होता है कि समवन डजंट लाइक्स टू टच मी ड्यूरिंग माई डेज ऑफ पीरियड्स. दैट्स वाई मैं किसी भी मेरे रिलेटिव्स के घर पे नहीं जाती. आई एम लाइक डूड, जिनके घर पे आप ये ट्रेडिशन फॉलो करते हो कि you have to sit in a corner and I'm not going to come because I'm not
it's not possible. I mean, we are not raised like that. And see, the ones who are raised like that, they can live like that. For them, it's a way of living. We cannot comment on that. But if somebody comes and tells us it's not possible, sorry, we cannot live, it's very difficult for us. I mean, we'll respect your boundaries, but like you said, I'm not coming to your house during that time. Humse na ho pai.
And once I was living with my cousin at his place. Okay, once I was staying with my cousin, so तभी it was like I was on my periods and हम लोग कोई function के लिए गए थे या something like that. And I was on my period, so मैं रात को सोई and I was in so much pain कि क्या होता है कि certain amount of flow आपका बहुत जब जाता है तो you can't sleep in the night. So entire thing मैं किसी और के घर पे सोती हूँ. I'm like भाई stain ना लगे. You have that fear because it's not normal कि भाई लोगों ने हमें ये normal feel नहीं करा. अपने घर पे होते हैं तो भाई we can clean our shit. But when we are in other places, you have to take care about it. So it's very difficult. I think at least मतलब मैं मेरे cousin से expect करी थी कि they should have understood कि as a sister मैं क्या feel कर रही हूँ, मैं कितने pain में हूँ. Because next day in the morning I left his house. I'm like भाई मैं तो जा रही हूँ, मैं बहुत pain में हूँ, मेरे को मेरे घर जाके सोना है. I just want to sleep. And my dad is like क्या सोते रहते हो? I'm like, you don't know anything, you don't feel anything, you don't have to go through this shit. I'm like, आप कुछ मत बोलो, ये है तो दिमाग पहले ही खराब होता है लड़की लोग का. I'm like, bro, मेरे को तो I think so, मेरे को तो अभी तक किसने पैम्पर भी नहीं किया periods के related. I'm like I want a boyfriend who want वो मुझे पैम्पर करे.
Somebody who gets you chocolates and fruit juices and
something like that,
massages,
कुछ ऐसे
hot water.
I need that.
What's that? Hot water bag massages.
मतलब मैंने ये बहुत सारी YouTube पे videos
it's very sweet. It's very sweet.
इंडिया के बच्चे कहाँ गए?
No, Indian. No. So the mothers haven't taught their sons, and I think it's high time. I think there are a lot many women who have been impregnated and yet they do menstruate. So 3 months, 5 months, 7 months into their pregnancies also they have been menstruating, So if we ever have if we are ever discussing on pregnancies or something like that, maybe we can talk about it. But since we were talking about periods, people have this notion that if you have period you are not pregnant. That is not the case, girls. That is not the case. Just please remember that, and just so that you're not surprised when you hear something like that.
We daily wear में हम लोग we wear jeans, okay, right? But ऐसा होता है कि literally leggings are so comfortable during your periods. I'm like, I'm not kidding, guys, I'm not kidding. It's like when you travel through train and something like that, leggings are the comfortable clothes for women during periods.
I think it's pajamas.
Okay, yeah, but that's
You know, the old pajamas,
yeah.
the cotton pajamas that we have.
Because jeans is so tight fitting and it's so suffocating. It's like, bro, nahi, ye nahi chahiye mujhe.
Jeans in general are
I have
denim
stopped wearing jeans since like, I don't know.
High five.
My entire wardrobe is like now with Naruto t-shirts, but I don't know कि मैं उसके नीचे क्या पहनूँ अभी.
Leggings.
So now I'm buying those gym का leggings and stuff, and I'm like wearing the Naruto t-shirt. But like, bro, jeans nahi, jeans ke pe I'm jeans.
Yeah,
it's
and I also think it also limits your wardrobe. But yeah, let's come back to our period and. Yeah, it's always very nice to have loose fitting, loose pajamas, and just lie in your bed when you have your period with a nice blanket on top.
Yeah. And ऐसा भी कि जब periods आते हैं, I think I can't even imagine कि जो लड़कियाँ हमारे लिए Olympics या फिर those who play games, sports, something like that, वो कैसे ये situation में they still have to continue doing that work. Like if you're playing hockey, if you're playing tennis, लड़कियों के पास option नहीं है. Suppose next day आपका Olympics में आप participate कर रहे हो and tomorrow you have to play the game and आज आपको periods है, they don't have the option to skip. Dude, right?
Serena Williams was pregnant when she won.
Yeah. So, but मतलब मैं ऐसा particular interview देख रही थी YouTube में where she was talking, the particular sports person was talking about how they have to still work out during their periods, and I'm like, dude, I feel so bad for them. I'm like, मैं एक छुट्टी मांगती office में, I don't even deserve that now.
No, when you go to rural areas, people would 5 days straight up they take off, right? And we also have maternity leave, which women in rural areas would never take. I've heard stories of women who are working in their fields. They just give birth to a child and then they resume working in the fields. I was like, what? I was surprised, and I have met that woman and the child as well. Like, I was surprised. These are all modern world first world problems. But yeah, anyway.
But I still think इंडिया में थोड़ा periods के मामले में लोगों को थोड़ा chill करना चाहिए. It's like
people
we want and we do follow our traditions, but it's like it's important कि what you want in your house. दूसरों को बताने से ज़्यादा, bro. I think I respect your choice, what traditions you follow, but I just don't want to be in that situation कि आपको ऐसा you have to keep it a secret, like मुझे periods है and मुझे कोने में जाके बैठना. I'm like, I respect your choice, but फिर I'm not coming at your place. I'm
sorry,
like,
we are out.
Like,
we are out. BNP are out of it.
Yeah, मतलब मैं आपको मुंह पे नहीं बोलूँगी. I'm just gonna tell कि I'm not feeling that well. But फिर later on people complain.
We can also. I'm straight up. I'm very open about it. I'm sorry. If this is the case and if I am menstruating, I am not coming to your place.
I'm coming at your place, but I'm at my periods and I have this third day.
Yeah, you've told me. You've told me.
So I ask people, are you comfortable? Because sometimes your friends are okay with it, but their mom and dad and the family is not okay with it. So I don't want to play that girl कि भाई आके उनमें कुछ.
Sadly many a times I've seen this that women are also okay with it, but men are really authoritative. Fortunately, I come from a family where my father is in fact the most chill person. He says do what you want.
Mine is like, no, I don't think so. My dad is that chill with talking randomly about this periods and stuff. It's like we are trained in such way कि हमें ऐसे छुपा के ही we have to throw the stuff and something ऐसा but मुझे ऐसा है कि if we wrapped it properly and there is nothing to be seen through the आप अगर एक plastic पे भी wrap करके आप एक particular sanitary pad फेंकते हो, it's like the blood cells should not be visible and it should not be disgusting
for anybody else to look at.
So वो problem है. ये problem नहीं है कि आप openly फेंकते हो. you know, मैं ऐसे घर में रहती हूँ. It's like my mom is like, you know, हम तो इतने ऐसे छुपके से, हमारे फादर को तो मालूम ही नहीं पड़ता था कि, you know, हम पीरियड्स में थे एंड ऐसे, एंड अभी तो तू मैं इसकी ही ऐसे फेंकता हूँ. लाइक you know, I am wrapping it particularly, मतलब अच्छे से मैं रैप करके डाल दूँ.
See, I think it is, in fact, it is better that they are aware of it.
Yeah, I'm like कि अभी आप पूछोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा ही ना.
Exactly.
You know, we are following this traditions, तो आपको पता ही चलेगा कि भाई मैं periods पे हूँ. And you know, there is this best app. I was not aware about it, but particular, you know, I don't know, influencer or someone posted about it on her Instagram. This Flow app. I have been using it since like 2019. It's like where you log your periods and, you know, wo sub dates and
Okay.
yeah, and it's great. Like pain level, what are your mood swings, entire thing you can do it.
Yeah.
And first it was not subscription based, now it's like subscription based. And वहाँ पे doctors and, you know, people suggest you कि भाई आपको क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम आते हैं, and it's a nice app.
Because you know, now I think after living for so many years and having, I think, around 10 years at least 10 15 years of you know, periods, I think by now we've also understood when we are PMSing, you know, when we are about to get our periods, how our, you know, certain body
for
parts.
me it was like हमारे कैलेंडर में ना सबने एक स्टार का कलर पकड़ा हुआ है, सबने it's like old school type कि भाई सब अपने इसने ना कलर से ये mom is like mine is blue, I'm मेरा yellow, and then my aunt and rest all are like मेरा ये
yeah.
I'm like what the fuck shit. I'm like bro, and when I was aware about this app मैंने वो लिखना छोड़ दिया. My mom suddenly like तुझे 3 महीने से पीरियड्स नहीं है. I'm like नहीं, मैंने उसमें लिखा नहीं है. I'm like what is this fucking register? So you know, I'm like thank God in India हम बस की पीरियड डेट्स ये करते हैं भाई. मैं तो कभी इमेजिन करती हूँ कि अगर ऐसे कोई एप्स नहीं आते और हम वो ओव्यूलेशन का टाइम भी अगर स्टार मार्क करके रखते हैं.
There is, you know, for women who are couples who are trying to get pregnant, they do track their ovulation dates.
हाँ, but not for the entire family to be seen ना कि भाई उनको लगा ये क्या स्टार मार्क करके बैठे हैं. I'm like ये तो हमको ही मालूम, हमने क्या क्या ट्राई किया. It was like कि ये सब स्टार्स. I think कि, you know, there are few people अभी भी जो ऐसे सब कैलेंडर पे मार्किंग्स करते हैं. I think bro, हम ये कब बंद करेंगे ये. I'm like India is like bro, I don't need your subscription plan, मेरे पास कैलेंडर है bro.
I think this kind of a conversation also brings women closer to each other. And you know, and when I say women, I include each and every person who feels like a woman, who identifies as a woman, any person, you know, including our transgenders, including any person from queer community who feels like a woman, to have this conversation. For those who feel body dysmorphia when they have periods because they do not identify as a woman, for them, you know, so we call out to each and every person who has any opinion or would like to share anything related to that time of the month, as you would like to call it, or not call it. If you, like me, would call it 5 or 7, whatever days of menstruation, whatever you'd like to call it. If there's anything that you'd like to share, we invite you to post and let us know anything that you'd like to share. And please, you know, correct us wherever you think we need rectification. But please, you know, we do not come from a space that we want to, you know, pinpoint anybody, or we do not have any intentions to, you know, we do not have any intentions to get on anyone's nerves with their views. So please.
Yeah, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Charcha Varcha, B&P signing off, people.